All right. Good morning and welcome back to Daybreak on Citizen TV. Like I said, the show that brings what you need to think about as we begin the day. And we have time to now talk to Dr. Evans Kidero, former governor of Nairobi. How are you?
Very well, Sammy. Good morning.
Good morning. To see you.
Very nice to be here.
Great to have you. The first time that you're on TV this year.
Yeah, thanks.
When is the last time you were on TV?
A little while back, I decided to take a rest. But probably before we go to that, allow me to first of all say Pole.
Okay.
A week ago, we had a tragedy where we lost more than 21 people at Dusit in Chiromo. We say Pole to the families. We pray for them and we're with them at this very, very difficult time.
Indeed.
But also, let me congratulate our security forces who did a marvelous job. The response was quick, and the whole situation was neutralized in a very, very short time. And I mean, we must tell them thank you. We must say we recognize what they do.
Sure.
And us as a country, we are very, very grateful to them.
Sure. And indeed, we continue to condole with the families and friends that lost their loved ones during that terror attack. And Dr. Evans Kidero, it's been how many months? 16 months since you were at City Hall.
16, 17 months.
What have you been doing? What have you been up to?
I decided, time comes when you have to sit back. I'd worked consistently from the time I left school, from the time I left college in 1983, working every day for 34, 35 years. So I thought it was time to take a break, do things I haven't had time to do, study the Bible. Spend time with friends, spend time with family, and also pay attention to my businesses.
Right.
And also give time to the people who are elected to do their job, because normally it's a common fallacy that if you've not been re-elected, you sit back and start criticizing each and everything that your successors do. And even as I sat back, I was able to learn probably there are certain things that I did I shouldn't have done, and there are certain things that I did I could have done better.
Okay.
And there are certain things that I did that I shouldn't have done at all. So it's been a good time reflecting. It's been a good time retrospecting and introspecting.
Are there things that you're extremely proud that you did while you were in office, and what are they?
And, there are a number of things. We did. We did the new plan, the Nairobi Urban Integrated the plan, which gave direction on how the city was going to be built, how the transport system was going to the transport system was going to be developed. The new housing program was going to be done, and time wasn't that long, but we put the foundation and the plan together. And the one thing we did is that we brought Nairobians together.
Right. Talking about those plans that you specifically talk about, especially the housing one, I remember that you were supposed to build different houses, or rather to improve the housing in parts of Ngara, some parts of Eastlands. You had come up with a framework, but it never saw the light of day. We don't hear anything about it as yet. Do you think you might have made a mistake in arriving at a policy that really hasn't been followed, or where is that missing link that we now have forgotten about all that?
Actually, what we did probably forms the foundation of what the president is working on, his big four agenda. We did plans to redo Ngara, Pangani, Park Road, the Jamhuri Park. We even did the plans, and I believe I've seen our governor talking about them, and some of these projects they're working on. They've modified some, and I believe it was the foundation that we laid they're working on, and even some of the ones that the president is working on at the moment.
So what stopped you? Because you came into office in 2013, you left in 2017, that's just about more than 4 years. What stopped you from executing them? Is it resources? Is it you spent so much time planning?
No, it was planning, but then you had to get the funding. We did. We completed the tendering process. And what remained was the award of those tenders for construction to start and work on the modalities of funding. And as I mentioned, I believe that the current team is going to realize that. Actually, I mean, governments they continue. They succeed each other. So you work up to a point, the next people come take it, and they work to a point. There's continuity and continuation. Yes.
Then on transport, I remember you, and I'm sure you know this, the Kidero drums. You remember them?
Yeah. I know, I mean, there's been a very interesting debate. I mean, I've seen within the last 2 days, there have been backwards and forwards between this man whom we consigned to Kiambu from Nairobi, Waititu,
yes,
castigating and criticizing our governor. I mean, what he needs to do is to concentrate in Kiambu. He's talking about the 14-seaters. Actually, the law outlawing 14-seaters was passed way back in 2010, and it should have been implemented in 2011, but it was suspended to give time for the big capacity vehicles to come in. And then in 2014, during the launch of the cashless payment system at KICC, the president himself suspended it for 2 years, and our governor, Mr. Sonko, at the expiry of those 2 years, he wants to go ahead and normalize and ensure that some of the plans that will ensure that transport is improved comes into place. So I don't think Waititu was right to get into that debate. But even if he did, back in 2013 in August, Ministry of Transport, together with Kiambu County, Nairobi County, Machakos County, Kajiado County and Murang'a County, got together and signed a memorandum of understanding on how we were going to improve the integrated urban transport system, either through bus rapid transit system or mass rapid transit system. We signed this memorandum of understanding, and 2 years ago, the president signed an executive order putting in place mechanisms for it to be implemented. So even if Mr. Waititu did not agree with what Governor Sonko was doing, they have a platform to discuss this in a matter which sits at the Ministry of Transport.
But when you look at it, on that, I forget the date of that, when Governor Sonko had said that matatus would not be allowed into the city, and of course designated various points where they were supposed to terminate at. When you look at the chaos that emanated from that day, do you think this is a result of poor planning on your side that extended into Governor Sonko's leadership?
The matatu menace has been there with us. Actually, it's a characteristic of Kenyan society, an indisciplined, inconsiderate society. You'll recall, I mean, the same thing that happened to Governor Sonko happened to me when we decided that we were going to build termini out of Nairobi, that is in Ngara, in Park Road. And we get regulated systems of matatus coming in and out. And also we did have a strike. But the ultimate solution to our transport system is a mass transit system, an integrated mass transit system, where you have high capacity buses, commuter trains, monorails, carrying people.
Right.
And in the new plan, we had planned the 9 transport corridors, which would get people from Ruiru all the way to Karen, from Mamalusi to Langata, from Kangemi all the way to the airport, and then get commensurate, build commensurate capacities to make that a realization. That's the only way that we're going to resolve
it would appear that system. It would appear that you planned for so long. We are now 7 years into devolution. We still haven't achieved that. What stopped you from achieving that?
It's a social, transport is affects people socially. So you need the buy-in of wananchi and the people and the stakeholders of the industry. And this what has been slow in coming. Secondly, it is a multi-billion investment.
Okay.
And it takes time to get investors to come with you to implement that. Yeah.
Of course, we will be...
But I believe that as time goes on, I mean, as I was telling you that I've reflected, I know where I went wrong. I know that now I know what I should have done that I didn't do. And we hope in due course, since we've been there, we are still there, and most likely we'll still be there.
What is that one thing that you wish you did?
Sort out this transport mess.
Have you spoken to Governor Sonko on how to sort it out?
Oh, yeah. I saw Governor Sonko last week in Mombasa, and he said he was going to invite me to for a chat. I congratulate Joho and Jabal for agreeing to work together. I'm also looking forward to working with Governor Sonko, but working together should not be tokenism.
Yes.
Because this is enshrined in the constitutions. There are about, in our constitution, there are about 35 articles that talk about public participation. And in 133 in the County Government Act, actually it makes it mandatory that county governments and governments must work with the citizen. And since I'm a citizen with the background, with the knowledge, with the passion, with the experience, and somebody who wants to help, I will. Nitaitikia mwito.
But for 16 months, you have not had a real conversation with the governor on how to move Nairobi forward.
No, we haven't, but I'm looking forward to us engaging.